Here? Red Knights are sort of here. What about the Green Knights? Not much? Okay. What about the Blue Knights? The Blue Knights are here. What about the Yellow Knights? Okay, so we definitely have the Blue Knights and the Yellow Knights. Maybe the red and green will catch up to us. Does that sound good? Well, while we're waiting on the rest of our friends to join us, why don't we stand up and get some songs going, okay?
Knights.
Sparky?
Hello.
The Knights are over here.
What's that? Over there? Oh, I knew that. Anyway, it's great to see you. I mean, hear and smell you. Someone had delicious pancakes this morning.
Sparky? Why do you have a blindfold on?
Well, I took your advice and put a freeze on my jokes.
But why the blindfold?
You know my good friend Melvin, don't you?
Yes, he's a northern bat, isn't he?
Yes. Northern bats are the only bats that live above the Arctic Circle. Like all bats, he uses a sonar system to fly around at night. Since I don't have sonar, I'm trying to see how well I would do if I had to rely on just my hearing and my smell.
Can you tell what I'm wearing? What color my shoes are? And how many fingers I'm holding up?
Absolutely. Just relying on my super sensing ears and nose, I can tell that you are wearing a bright green parka, you have on fuzzy pink slippers, and you are holding up 11 fingers.
Wow, that's amazing.
Why, thank you. It's a gift.
I meant amazing as in every word that you just said was wrong.
Are you sure? Knights, did I get it all wrong? Well, maybe I need to work more on my skills.
Good idea. How about we bring on the royal musicians while you go take off that blindfold?
hold my future, and your love will last forever and ever. All will fade away. Jesus, you remain. Jesus, you are unshakable. Jesus, your love's unbreakable, faithful. You never change. Higher, you are untoppable, stronger. You are unstoppable. All will fade away. Jesus, you remain. Help me to stand. You are my armor. My life's in your hands. You're my defender. All will fade away. Jesus, you remain. Oh, Jesus, you are unshakable. Jesus, your love's unbreakable, faithful. You never change. Higher, you are untoppable, stronger. You are unstoppable. All will fade away. Jesus, you remain. May my life be an offering. Every breath, every song I sing, honor and glory are yours, my King, forever and ever and ever and ever. Oh, Jesus, you are unshakable. Jesus, your love's unbreakable, faithful. You never change. Higher, you are unstoppable, stronger. You are unstoppable. All will fade away. Jesus, you remain.
That feels better. It's not easy when you can't see.
No, it's not. How about we try something that I know you are good at doing? Could you remind us of the banner verse?
Oh, that's easy. Our banner verse is Ephesians 6:10. It says, "Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power."
You got it. Knights, say that banner verse with us. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Sparky, are you ready for something else I know you can do well?
Sure, I'm on a roll.
Can you help me interpret this fourth riddle? You are the only one I know who can read this ancient dragon language.
Wow, this one seems a little strange.
What does it say?
It's the strangest riddle we've had so far.
Well, what does it say?
Maybe I read it wrong. Could it be a joke?
What does it say?
Oh, it says, "The shield of faith is not found yet. Direct your search for feet so wet."
Feet so wet? That's really strange.
Exactly what I said.
Well, it looks like we'll be on a quest for the shield of faith today.
And to find it, we look for wet feet. There are some animals that keep their feet in the water a lot, like flamingos.
I don't think there are stories about flamingos in the King's Book, except maybe the story of Noah's Ark. There's a lot of water in that story. I'm going to guess we're looking for a person or people with wet feet.
Well, I know there were people like John the Baptist who spent a lot of time in the water. Also, the Israelites walked through the Red Sea, but that was on dry ground. How about Jesus washing other people's feet? Their feet would be wet.
That's true, but if we're looking for a story about faith, I think I know the story we need to read. It's a story about someone who actually walked on water.
On the water? Was he walking on a frozen pond?
No, he was actually walking on water, on a lake. I wonder if the royal players can bring the story to life for us. Let's take a look.
The books of Matthew, Mark, and John all tell about an interesting adventure involving Jesus, his close friends, a boat, and a storm. It all begins at the end of a famous miracle where Jesus fed a large group of people with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. After everyone had eaten and collected the leftovers, Jesus told his friends to get in a boat and sail to the other side of a big lake. When they left in the boat, Jesus took time to talk to his dad. We just call that praying. As it got later in the night and the sky grew darker, Jesus' friends were in the boat, in the middle of the lake, in the middle of a storm. So what did Jesus do next? Jesus didn't need a boat. He didn't need a life preserver. He didn't need a swimsuit. He didn't even need a rain jacket. Jesus just started walking on the water. Jesus walked on top of the lake, in the dark, in the storm, all the way to his friend's boat. His friends thought he was a ghost. Jesus said, "No worries, guys. It's just me, Jesus." So what did his friends do? They were all still very afraid, all except for Peter. He shouted back to Jesus, "Hey, if it's really you, Jesus, can I come out there and walk on the water too?" His friends were shocked. But Jesus said, "Absolutely, come on out here." Peter looked right at Jesus and climbed out of the boat, walking on the water. However, Peter quickly remembered that he was in the middle of the lake, in the middle of a storm, at night. He began to sink and cried out, "Lord, save me!" But Jesus immediately grabbed him. As they walked back to the boat, Jesus said, "Why did you worry about the water in the storm? Where did your faith go?" When they walked back into the boat, the storm died down. His friends began to tell Jesus, "Wow, if we had any doubts, they are gone now. You are definitely God's son." And this is just one great story from the King's Book.
That was amazing. It was like we were right there. Did that actually happen?
It sure did. Jesus was able to walk on water because, well, he's God's son. But when Peter did it, that was truly miraculous.
I can't wait to learn more about this story and find the shield of faith.
Let's give the knights our castle call out. It's armor up with faith. Remember, we put our arms on our shoulders for armor up, and with faith is with faith. Let's try it together. Armor up with faith.
Looking great, knights. Okay, now let them start their quest.
We're almost ready, Sparky. One other skill that all knights need to know is archery. It is a very valuable skill for a knight.
Archery? As in bow and arrow?
Exactly. Archery is a very important skill for knights. So let's stand up and practice our form. First of all, you will need to hold your pretend bow with one of your hands. With your other hand, reach behind your back and pull out a pretend arrow. Now bring them together like this. Now pull back and aim your arrow at the ceiling. And then let go. Now remember, don't point your arrow at another person. Let's practice hitting the lights.
Wow, it looks like they've already mastered this skill. Now, Can we start the quest? I need to find out more about this shield of faith. Achoo!
Yes, it's now time to go on your quest to find the shield of faith. And knights, as soon as you unfreeze and begin your castle guides and station, you gotta be frozen still. The castle guides and station